You from Roadhog Willie's here in Mount Vernon, Harcourt Road in Mount Vernon. It's the Griffin Insurance and Monday Night Sports Talk Show. We got girls hoops we're going to be talking about tonight. Bill Wheeler is with us here, Roadhog Willie's. And did they call you Willie when you were growing up, or Bill?
Many names.
Okay, I got you.
Willie was one
that's
of them.
one. And so it's kind of the namesake thing. You just went with it, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
All
yeah.
right, very cool.
Sports, I was Wheels.
Okay.
Wheeler, it was many coaches gave me Wheels, but then the Willie spun off.
I got you.
So,
Yeah, there's a guy named Brian Wheeler from the London area. You related to him? Oh, okay. He does a wiffle ball tournament every year. Anyway, we appreciate Bill joining us here. Roadhog Willie's, this is fantastic. It smells so good. You can smell it when you get out of your car, by the way, when you come in here. Monday Night Sports Talk Show presented by Griffin Insurance. We're going to be talking with Fredericktown Girls Hoops, Mount Vernon Girls Hoops tonight. But, Bill, as we talk a little bit about, we talked with you last time, and obviously you are here for the community, and this past weekend you did a food drive and different things, and you're a big supporter of Food for the Hungry. So tell people a little bit about what you're doing with Food for the Hungry and why you want to support this initiative.
Well, we worked with Ann Wisenet with the Knox Foodies, and I had brought up to her that I had some raffle boards, or the cornhole boards that I wanted to raffle off to donate. And so then she teamed with me to do the food drive this past weekend here. Perfect pull in and out location.
There you go.
So,
Very easy.
So, So we're actually going to do the drawing this week, and I believe you said it was Friday when we do the drawing. So they're $10 a ticket.
You can still get them.
Boards. You can still get them throughout this week. Stop down and put in your $10 and get a ticket, chance to win the raffle.
There you go.
The cornhole.
You guys have that is that on the video? Look at that right behind me. Maybe I can move for a second. There you go. You see that? There we go. There they are. So there's the boards. I had to move, though, Bill.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Roadhog Willie's, though, man. You're doing some work here. I walked back there. We thought about doing it at the bar thing, but then I know you were doing some renovations back there.
Yeah.
So tell us about what's going to be happening here, what's going to be looking different.
Well, we're, like you said, we are in the middle of renovation. I've been spending several weekends here taking care of some things, getting it going. The plumbing's halfway done, but, we're working towards including a bar here in the very near future. So we're working for the first of the year range, as long as, permits and everything else goes good.
All right, very cool. So is anything else going to change, or your hours going to change or anything like that with it?
With the hours, we'll be planning on hiring more so that we can actually have 2 shifts.
Okay.
We've always had the 11 to 7 range, and, some customers are like, why ain't you open later?
Yeah.
Well, I can only smoke so much and
Yeah.
so many hours, work
Sure.
so much. So the 2 shifts hopefully will be good for me having the extra employees, and hopefully it's not me actually working more. But, yeah.
It may be like that at the beginning, though, Bill.
It is. It will be, yeah. But, we plan on adding a little more seating with this, doing some change around. It's not all going to happen at once, some new tabletops and stuff. And then future is hopefully adding a bigger patio out front for more outside seating.
Very cool. So people stop by Roadhog Willie's. Now, you can come on Mondays. You're open 4 to 8 for the show and everything. So people can stop by and get food here 4 to 8. What are your hours throughout the week, too?
Tuesday through Friday, we're 11 to 7, and on Saturday, 11 to 5.
All right. Stop by Roadhog Willie's. What's the phone number here? You do catering, too, right?
Yep. We have a full line of catering this next 2 weeks with the holiday parties here. Just local businesses are very big, so that's very well appreciated to feed us also during the winter. It's nice.
All right.
But 740-326-1408 is the phone number. We have online ordering also.
No, very easy to do that.
Yep,
Menus
easy.
Online, you can check it out, and you can order it, come in, pick it up, take it home.
Yep.
And you got full seating here too, so people want to come in here and sit down.
You'd be surprised how many people still, after 4 or 5 years, that come out front and pulling out their wallet, thinking they're going to pay me like they're paying a food trailer, and I have to point inside.
They're going to want to come inside when it gets colder, Bill.
Yep.
We appreciate Bill Wheeler joining us here, the owner of Roadhog Willie's, and we're going to be talking with some of the players and coaches here, some basketball teams as well. But hey, what's the top seller here at Roadhog Willie's? What's the thing somebody's got to come try?
Well, certain days of the week we have different items.
Okay.
So you have your top items like obviously pork and brisket
Yeah.
is every day, and they are the top selling items. The next 2 days, our specials will be the I call it Willy's Philly.
Yeah.
So you can get beef brisket Philly style or
I like
chicken
it.
Philly style. So the next 2 days, and then we jump into Thursday with our Reuben special, and that's probably one of our top.
I love a
ones.
good Reuben.
It's a smoked Reuben because
Ooh.
of it's
Yeah.
treated just like the beef brisket.
Oh, yeah.
And then we turn into Fridays with our smoked bologna sandwich, and that's massive.
Oh,
It's big.
that's awesome.
So those have gotten real popular, and if we don't sell out Friday, they're still available on Saturday.
Very neat. I've had pulled pork,
So-
brisket, and the Philly steak.
Have you?
I've had a
Great.
Philly chicken, actually. Did the
Yeah.
chicken. Yeah, oh, my gosh. It's all fantastic. And you got some awesome sides, too, with it. So stop by Roadhog Willie's. What's the exact address? Because, as you all know, I don't know directions very well, Bill.
It's 504 Harcourt Road, and we're actually considered Suite B.
Okay.
Since there's several units down here, but 504 Harcourt Road. Can't miss me. There's a smoker sitting out front, so
There you go.
good to go.
Bill, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate it. Thank you so much for having us down here throughout the season. Roadhog Willie's for the Griffin Insurance Monday Night Sports Talk Show, and we got them. We got the cool logo here on the mug. You see that on the mug there? There you go. You want to be like Vanna White, Bill? Show them the logo there. But no, come down, get some awesome barbecue. Roadhog Willie's. We're going to talk to some players and some coaches here coming up on the Monday Night Sports Talk Show. Let's take this break, come back, and more of the Monday Night Sports Talk Show presented by Griffin Insurance from Roadhog Willie's on Harcourt Road, Mount Vernon is coming up. All right, we welcome you back here to Roadhog Willie's on Harcourt Road in Mount Vernon. We're going to talk some hoops. We got to talk some food. I love talking food, and I love talking sports, Nate, and we're going to do both. here today on the or tonight on the program, and looking forward to chatting with the Mount Vernon girls basketball team. Haley Burke, Caitlin Thompson, and Nate Bellman is with us. Nate is not the head coach yet. No, I'm just kidding. But he's the JV coach. Or varsity assistant. I'm sorry.
Assistant.
This is what happens when I just guess. He's the varsity assistant. We thanks Nate. And let me just say something. Nate, tremendous athletic player. When he was at Fredericktown, never even had to worry. He's always had us taken care of, and I really appreciated that. But now you're at Mount Vernon and spending some time here. You know, I actually caught wind that you were going to go, and I was like, I don't believe that he's going to go to Mount Vernon here and coach, and here he is. You're a Mount Vernon coach, so that's pretty awesome. So what made you want to get into coaching? Have you done this before?
Yeah, done it a little bit. I was a college head coach, college assistant, high school, the varsity boys coach at Fredericktown for a year, and then helped with the girls several years. Done some youth, done 8th grade.
Oh, you know what you're doing.
But Dapper and Burke and I all went to college together at the NAS, so we kind of had that connection. And when Scott asked me to come on board and help him, I was like,
boom,
couldn't turn it down.
And Scott is not here because he had to go to a game.
He's got a couple things for 2 of his kids, so he would have been here, but he's got a lot going on tonight.
That's okay.
Yep,
you're here.
Yep,
and you're in. We appreciate you joining us here on the program. When you and Scott and John, and that's kind
Sage.
Of who?
Sage Brandon.
And
she played it.
She played Cordington too, right?
Yep, in Cordington. Yep.
See, I don't forget everything, Nate. You know, she was a heck of a ball player there.
Yep.
When you guys kind of looked at this team, what were on paper? What kind of team do you want to be? You want to be an up-tempo team? You want to be a team that's going to play the post? It's a big team. Tell us a little bit about the Mount Vernon Lady Yellow Jackets.
Yeah, I think we'd like to be an up-tempo team. We're still, learning how to, take care of the ball and play together. Defensively, we're playing man-to-man, switching everything, trying to be aggressive defensively. But offensively, I think these two would probably say too, we're not where we want to be, but we're working on things every day to get better. So
very cool.
One day at a time.
All right, Caitlin, what year are you in school? You can pick up the microphone there if you want, or you can leave it there. It's up to you.
Graduate in 25.
All right, graduate in 25. So that would make you a junior. Thank you. I tried to do the math.
She's making it tough on you there.
That's the first time anybody's ever done that to me in all the years that I've done this. All right. But we appreciate you joining us. When you look at Mount Vernon basketball, how long have you been involved? Did you start playing when you were younger and you've just gone up through the program, or you kind of just jump in?
I played a little bit of youth basketball just through the Y and then in middle school. I wasn't super, aggressive and really into it. It's not my main sport, but as I've gotten older, I do start to love the game a little more and more each day.
Yeah, and, you play volleyball too, right?
Yep.
So, you got to get involved in some different things. Does it help playing 2 sports? I mean, some people say, you should be playing basketball year-round or you should be playing volleyball year-round. Does it help you to play a couple different sports?
I do like it, switching back and forth. I play travel volleyball, so it gives me a break from that, and I think it just keeps me in shape, and it works on different parts of my athleticism, I think. So
it's different. You always say it's kind of like a different conditioning, though, right, for volleyball?
Definitely running versus jumping.
Yeah.
But I can use my jumping ability in basketball a lot. So. All
right, awesome. Haley Burke, what year are you in school?
I'm a junior.
Junior year. So you still got a couple of years. Thank you for not telling me the year, Caitlin. I'm just kidding you, Caitlin. I didn't have to figure it out. Well, when you came in, what were some of the expectations you had for yourself? I know you spent some time at the varsity level last year and things. What were some of the expectations you had for yourself going into this year?
I knew going in this year that I'd be a point guard, and I haven't been a point guard in years past. I've kind of been more of a 2 shooting guard. So I knew I would have to step up and be able to lead the team even more because I'm point guard, and point guards have to
distribute.
Yeah.
Very cool. Nate, is this a young team? Is this an old team? Old. I don't mean to say old. You guys don't look old. Is it a veteran team?
Yeah, I mean we've got a lot of new faces too. I think there's 5. I mean, obviously it's my first year here, but I think we have 5 returning lettermen somewhere in that ballpark. 4 seniors, 5 juniors. We've got 1 freshman, that's playing varsity as well. So I mean, I think we're trying to figure it all out still, but I think we do have a lot of experience back. Yeah. So kind of a combination.
I know we're going to talk about some. You guys are 1 and 2, I think, right now. When the some people stop doing the stats as much, I have to make sure I get the accurate stuff here. So 1-2 record right now. But as we talk some more with the girls, Caitlin, expectations. You go into every year a little bit different. Graduating in 2025 now, I know that. What are some of the expectations you had for yourself, maybe for the team as well?
I think I just expected myself to try to become more of a leader, like since I'm an upperclassman now, and last year we lost some seniors that were pretty good about being leaders and stepping up and being pretty vocal. And I used to not be very vocal, so I try to bring that out as much as I can this season.
Haley, some expectations that you have for yourself and for this year. What are some things that maybe some goals that you set forth?
A goal.
She says lead the nation in assists.
I mean, yeah, I need to improve my shooting game. I feel like I try to pass more than I take my open shots. And, I mean, passing isn't all bad and everything, but I think I can work on myself a little bit more than I do.
All right, awesome. Well, let's talk a little bit about, we're going to talk some of the season, and I know you don't want to talk about the Ashland game, but you know what? We got to talk about everything when we're on here. On the program. But before we get to talking about that, it's a different situation. Nate Short was here for a number of years, and now Scott Dapprich is here. But it's almost like a seamless transition because he already was coaching for you. So what has the situation been like so far? We're very early in the season. It's you guys have played 3 games at this point.
Yeah.
But in terms of that transition to Scott Dapprich in this role, has it been pretty seamless here, the early going and through the practice season as well?
Yeah, I think it's been pretty seamless. I mean, Scott's been here for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Was JV coach, with Nate. So we just kind of picked up, where they left off, and a lot of things are very similar. We're doing a couple things differently, but a lot of things are similar. Biggest change probably is we're playing man-to-man defense. Last year they played a lot of zone, so that's probably the biggest change at this point in time.
Well, did they say why they played zone so much? Was it a foul thing or anything? You don't really know. Or?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
I just figured I'd ask.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Sometimes it's your personnel, and sometimes situations in games.
Yeah, you get in foul trouble or something. Yeah.
Yep.
We appreciate Nate Bellman joining us here. He's assistant coach for Mount Vernon girls hoops. It's kind of weird seeing you in the Mount Vernon orange here, just to be honest with you. But you know what? You wear it well.
Yeah, working at the Career Center, school board at Fredericktown.
I like it.
My kids and my wife are at Fredericktown.
Yeah.
Kids are playing basketball there, and then I'm coaching at Mount Vernon.
Very cool. I like it.
All over the place.
I like it. Well, we appreciate Nate joining us and Haley and Caitlin as well. We're going to be talking about some of the games so far this season, a little of the Ohio Cardinal Conference. And you got a couple of matchups this week at Olentangy Orange. I think you host Lexington, too.
Yep.
And my wife went to Lexington, so I'm sorry. No, I'm just teasing you. But we're going to be talking some more with Nate and these girls as well. We do want to thank Griffin Insurance, Knox County Veteran Services, Page One Group, who made the mugs here, Roadhog Willie's Real Pit Barbecue, of course, on Harcourt Road in Mount Vernon. We really appreciate them having us out here and feeding the teams, too. This is good food, too, man.
This is great. Yeah, we really appreciate that.
Also, Extreme Air Heating and Cooling, which you have to look very far because it's next door. So we appreciate them all for bringing this show on Monday nights. We're going to take this quick break. We'll come back and more of the Griffin Insurance Monday Night Sports Talk Show is coming up.
I'm in Temperature is brought to you by
the Knox County Veteran Services, serving veterans in Knox County and remembering all the men and women that are serving home and abroad during this holiday season.
Griffin Insurance, taking care of your family since 1972. In today's day and age, it's very uncommon to get a real person when you call. Not at Griffin Insurance. We represent multiple carriers to find the best rate for you and your family. Whether it's auto, residential, commercial, or farm, we're here to help. Call Griffin Insurance at 740-397-7488. Griffin Insurance, finding you the best rate.
Veterans serving veterans.
That's what we do here at Knox County Veteran Services. Hi, I'm Kevin Henthorne, your Executive Director.
And I'm Financial Coordinator Melissa Schenk.
And we're here to meet the needs of Knox County veterans and their families.
We can help with emergency financial assistance,
filing of disability and pension claims, VA healthcare enrollment, and even transportation to VA healthcare facilities.
Please give us a call at 740-393-6742 or stop in and see us at our new location at 105 East Chestnut Street in Mount Vernon.
Everyone loves Roadhog Willie's. Where else can you enjoy the finest meats in their own signature line of barbecue sauces? This counter-style restaurant offers dine-in, takeout, and catering options. RoadhogWillysBBQ.com. Smoking the meat to mouth-watering perfection. That's Roadhog Willys in Mount Vernon. 740-326-1408. Good.
Extreme Air LLC is your Carrier HVAC dealer. With financing available and testimonials on the website, you can see why Extreme Air is exactly that, extreme. Servicing, installing, and repairing all makes and models to give you the heat and cool you deserve. Servicing good old Knox County and surrounding communities. Check them out online at extremeairllc.com. That's the letter X, extremeairllc.com. 740-403-1901. Where service is not a business, it's a lifestyle.
Page One Group in beautiful Mount Vernon has your best interest in mind when it comes to you and your printing needs. Whether it's printing, design, laser engraving, or sublimation, there isn't a texture we can't print on. Promotional products are how you keep people coming back. That's where we come in. Your business is our business. Page One Group, open Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. Call 740-397-4240 and visit pageonegroup.net.
Here's your forecast on 100.9 FM and 93.7 HD2.
Mostly cloudy skies tonight. Overnight low of just 31, so below freezing. To be a chilly night. Snow showers becoming mixed with rain later in the day on Tuesday. We'll have a high of 39. Cloudy with snow showers mainly during the evening on Tuesday night with a low of 29. And Wednesday, intervals of clouds and sunshine with a high in the upper 30s. That's your forecast on 100.9 FM and streaming live online, WMBO.com.
All right, we're back here at Roadhog Willys, 504 Harcourt Road, Mount Vernon. Give them a call, 740-326-1408, RoadhogWillysBBQ.com. I want to thank Tiffany for typing that out for me because, I can't remember everything. But, no, we certainly appreciate Roadhog Willys having us out here, and food was good. Yeah, it was good food here, and so stop by. They cater, a lot of opportunities here. I want to talk to you first off before we get into those games because I know you guys are trying to avoid me talking about some of the games. But, no, the Ohio Cardinal Conference, when you look on paper, when you and your coaching staff, the coaching staff there looks on paper, what do you see with this conference? Is it wide open? Is there a favorite? What do we see with the Ohio Cardinal Conference?
I think it's super competitive. I think anybody can win any night. So I think you're always trying to get better one game at a time. Haven't really thought too much about Lexington on Thursday. I know that's on the schedule, and you had mentioned that a little bit ago. But we're trying to get ready for Olentangy Orange and tomorrow. Had a good day of prep today, and but as far as the conference goes, it's anybody's game any night. So I think it's going to be really competitive.
How important are these non-conference games? I remember when Olentangy Orange and Mount Vernon played each other, the Rieger girl and the Maddie Joseph girl. They were pretty good players there.
Yeah.
But how important are these non-conference games to maybe the growth of this team and the eventual success of this team down the road?
Yeah, I think we're still trying to figure ourselves out right now, kind of put all those pieces together and really work on some things. We've got a great group of girls. That's, first and foremost, we love our coaching staff loves the group that we get to coach. So these guys are a lot of fun. We enjoy coaching them every day, and we're just trying to get better and improve, one day at a time. All right,
Caitlin, let's talk a little bit about this season. Are you looking forward to a game? Is there a certain game you have maybe marked on your schedule and you're like, hey, maybe they beat us last year. I want to get some revenge. Is there a game maybe that you have circled excited for this year?
I guess not particularly.
Okay.
I think Madison is usually a really aggressive game, so that usually gets us all fired up for that rivalry.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I don't know if it's a rivalry, but it's a pretty rough game for us. Senior always has some good athletes, so that's always a challenge too.
Yeah.
And West Holmes.
Oh, West Holmes,
Again.
they have a great tradition over there as well. Haley, is there a game you're looking forward to this year? I mean, you guys are 3 games in right now. Still a lot ahead of you.
I'm looking forward to the New Philly game.
Yeah.
Last year we lost to them away, and it's pretty rough loss. I mean, we shouldn't have lost how we did, and so I want to kind of go back and take it to them.
You know what? I like that. I like that attitude, and to get back. So let's look at the season so far. So you open the season with a win.
Yep.
36-31 over Ontario. I do my homework, Nate, as you know. What went right in that game that you guys liked opening the season?
We did some good things. These guys will tell you. I mean, I was pretty excited after the game. I thought we guarded well to hold them to 31 points, especially the second half. We made some plays defensively and really started moving the ball offensively and got good looks. And I think that was the difference in that game, coming out on top 36-31. So I think at the end of the day, it was our defense.
Yep. Caitlin, obviously it's exciting getting into that first game. You finally don't have to practice. Coach isn't telling you to run, get on the line, and things. No, but it's exciting to play that first game. What stood out in that matchup, that win against Ontario, 36-31?
Sorry, what was the beginning of that question?
So I'm just asking you, what were your thoughts on that ball game? 36-31, you win the ball game. What were your overall thoughts on that?
I think it was good to get all our first game jitters out. I think we were all pretty nervous going into it. Mm-hmm. So I'm glad when we stepped on the court, we were able to come together and kind of rely on each other to feel confident in those moments where we felt unsure.
Yeah. Haley, you get into the season, you're practicing for a while, and then you finally get into game action. What was it like to get back on the court in a meaningful game setting? And tell us your thoughts on that. Your thoughts on that Ontario win.
I mean, it felt good to get back. I was out majority of the summer, so I was longing for some of those games to, just compete against other teams. I was excited for to see how our team would do as a whole, and I think we really showed up and worked really well together. So hopefully we continue that.
Coach, I'm going to ask you just quickly about Buckeye Valley, and it was a tough ball game there. But what do you want your girls to learn from that loss?
That one I was not at because I was at my daughter's game.
Okay.
So we're kind of balancing all that out with both of my kids' schedules in that one. But I know enough from what I was told and what I watched on film. We've got to learn to make sure we're poised offensively and handle the pressure. Buckeye Valley got after us quite a bit, and these guys know. I mean, we can play better than that, and I think we will moving forward.
They just needed you on the bench, Coach.
No.
Just kidding. 48-45, close game against Ashland in conference play. So you get conference play underway.
Yep.
Tell us about that ball game. It was a close loss, 48-45.
It was hard fought. I mean, these two and the rest of the girls, they gave everything they had. Like I told you before, we're still kind of figuring ourselves out offensively. Did some decent things defensively at times. Just came up a couple possessions short. But good learning opportunity for us moving forward. Like I said, we had a good day today, kind of regrouped, drew names for our Christmas get-together in December, gave them a little treat, and I think, kind of picked up the spirits because it was a tough loss on Saturday. It's hard to lose, that one at home, by one or two possessions. So we'll regroup and be back at it.
How close is this group, Caitlin? We mentioned about, you're graduating in 2025. I want to remind you that now. I'm going to tease you for the rest of your life about that. But how close is this group as a whole in terms of maybe even outside of basketball?
I think, honestly, some teams might try to say that they're like a family, but I genuinely think that we're very close. In the locker room, it's always positive vibes. We're always, just talking about our days, about just anything, even if it's not basketball. Everyone's super, there's no drama, even though girls' sports, they can get, tense at times. There's really genuinely no drama between us. Yeah, I think we genuinely all get along very well, and I think you can see that on the court.
Awesome. Haley, how close is this group? You kind of agree with what Caitlin was saying there?
Yeah, I agree with her completely. I love how close I am personally with everyone, and I think we work well together, so I think that shows how close we are.
All right, 1-2 right now, but have a couple opportunities at Olentangy Orange tomorrow night. Home against Lexington on Thursday at the Hive. Hive's a tough place to play. I'll tell you what. You get to the Hive, and I was there for that Silent Night thing, and it was kind of crazy. Everybody was quiet for 10 points. It was hard to call a basketball game. No, it's a great atmosphere there. But 1-2 right now for the Mount Girls basketball team through 3 games. have some opportunities this week, and look forward to that. And so best of luck to you guys this week. Nate Bellman, once again, Haley Burke and Caitlin Thompson, thank you so much for joining us and coming down to Roadhog Willys here today. The Griffin Insurance Monday Night Sports Talk Show also presented in part by Knox County Veteran Services, Page One Group, and Extreme Air Heating and Cooling. And we're going to be talking with the Fredericktown girls basketball team here coming up after the break on WMVO Monday Night Sports Talk Show presented by Griffin Insurance from Roadhog Willys in Mount Vernon.
Time and temperature is brought to you by the Knox County Veteran Services, located at 105 East Chestnut Street in Mount Vernon. Wants to wish you a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Everyone loves Roadhog Willys. Where else can you enjoy the finest meats in their own signature line of barbecue sauces? This counter-style restaurant offers dine-in, takeout, and catering options. RoadhogWillysBBQ.com. Smoking the meat to mouth-watering perfection. That's Roadhog Willys in Mount Vernon. 740-326-1408. Good.
Your sinks are backed up, the electric in your master bedroom needs rewired, and now the wife is asking for a new addition. It's time to get in touch with Cubbage Electric, Plumbing, and Now Construction. Give Brian and his team a call at 740-627-8004. They can fix your electrical and plumbing needs and give your bathroom and kitchen a remodel.
Cubbage Electric, Plumbing, and Construction is a proud sponsor for all the local high school teams.
Enjoy the season. Cubbage Electric, Plumbing, and Construction. 740-627-8004.
Griffin Insurance, taking care of your family since 1972. In today's day and age, it's very uncommon to get a real person when you call. Not at Griffin Insurance. We represent multiple carriers to find the best rate for you and your family. Whether it's auto, residential, commercial, or farm, we're here to help. Call Griffin Insurance at 740-397-7488. Griffin Insurance, finding you the best rate.
Veterans serving veterans.
That's what we do here at Knox County Veteran Services. Hi, I'm Kevin Henthorne, your Executive Director.
And I'm Financial Coordinator Melissa Schenk.
And we're here to meet the needs of Knox County veterans and their families.
We can help with emergency financial assistance,
filing of disability and pension claims, VA healthcare enrollment, and even transportation to VA healthcare facilities.
Please give us a call at 740-393-6742 or stop in and see us at our new location at 105 East Chestnut Street in Mount Vernon.
Page One Group in beautiful Mount Vernon has your best interest in mind when it comes to you and your printing needs. Whether it's printing, design, laser engraving, or sublimation, there isn't a texture we can't print on. Promotional products are how you keep people coming back. That's where we come in. Your business is our business. Page One Group, open Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. Call 740-397-4240 and visit pageonegroup.net.
Here's your forecast on 100.9 FM and 93.7 HD2.
Mostly cloudy skies tonight. Overnight low of just 31, so below freezing. Going to be a chilly night. Snow showers becoming mixed with rain later in the day on Tuesday. We'll have a high of 39. Cloudy with snow showers mainly during the evening on Tuesday night with a low of 29, and Wednesday intervals of clouds and sunshine with a high in the upper 30s. That's your forecast on 100.9 FM and streaming live online, WMBO.com.
All right, we welcome you back here to Roadhog Willys. That's 504 Harcourt Road, Mount Vernon. Not that I'm the one who gives directions anywhere. I shouldn't be doing that. 740-326-1408, Griffin Insurance Monday Night Sports Talk Show. Let's talk some Fredericktown girls hoops tonight. You guys are 2-1. Curtis is going to be over there on Wednesday night. I can't do 30 games like I did last year, so Curtis will be there on Wednesday night and be there for your ball game there. And so we're looking forward to catching up with Jared and these girls here prior to their game on Wednesday. And, Jared, I'll just have you grab that mic here real quick. And you're a Mount Vernon guy. I'm not going to try to age you here for a minute, okay? But you played basketball when I started broadcasting. So, you know, I am, John's a little bit older than me behind the camera. But other than that, then there's me, probably the oldest in here. So how did this all come about to get the job at Fredericktown? Did you wanted to get into coaching as soon as you were done with basketball at Mount Vernon? Tell us how this all came together.
Thanks for having us. I really appreciate it. How this came about to be, played high school basketball at Mount Vernon, and one of the best times of my life, best 4 years. And, I went to college and I just wanted to do the same thing that the coaches at Mount Vernon did for me, to give me a good experience and to be good leaders for me. And I'm hoping I can do the same thing for these kids. So I spent 2 years at Riverview in Coshocton coaching JV, and then, come back to Mount Vernon to teach. And I coached middle school the last couple years. And, I saw on Facebook, actually, that Fredericktown's looking for a coach. And I was like, well, what's the worst that can happen? You apply for it, and I must have done a decent enough job, and they offered me the job, and here I am, and I'm excited, and I'm lucky to have this job, and I'm going to make the most of it.
By the end of the year, we'll make sure these girls don't let you wear orange here anymore. But obviously, you made this mistake here today, but that's okay. No, I got to tease you a little bit. So when you look at kind of how you like to coach and your style of coaching and things like that, what's Jared Pryor coach like, and what are the kind of things you like to preach to your players?
I think I just say all the time that, we're basketball players. And we talked today, I don't know how many times I said it, and I said, don't be a robot. Our coaches just want to set the girls up for success and to give them options that, we know their strengths, and to just play basketball, to give them options and sets and things that they can do that they know that they are confident in. So that's the biggest thing in my philosophy is just, I'm a player's coach and trying to give them the best opportunity to win.
Now, have you called Tim Maseko and thanked him for not leaving the cupboard bare when you came over here? Because he left you with some darn good talent. He did not leave the cupboard bare for you.
No, he did not. I haven't met with him yet, but, I am lucky. I'm thankful for, raising a lot of good kids and some talent coming back for this year.
Yeah.
So I know they were young last year, and, their experience has already showed, and I'm just thankful for this group.
So what do you like to do? You like to run it? You like to get up and down the floor? I know these girls, they like to get up and down the floor some. Joe's like, no, I like to play in the post. Shut up. What do you like to do?
Yeah, I like to keep the offense guessing. When we're on defense, we've already worked this year. One possession will go 1-3-1. One possession will go 2-3. One possession will match up. One possession will trap. And I just like to keep the offense guessing and, try not to let them get in a rhythm. We talk about a lot.
Callie, you're a senior this year, is that right, or is this your junior? Junior. Oh, okay. See, I'm losing track of time. I'm sorry about that. You look at this season, you've been a part of this program now. This is your third year, so you were there as a freshman and things like that. So you look at last year and some of the things that you learned there. What are some of the things you took from last season that you say, hey, I can be better at this year and to be a better basketball player in your junior year?
Yeah, I definitely had some really great leaders the past couple of years, like the seniors. I just really looked up to them. They taught me a lot, how to become a better ball handler and guard, and I just kind of hope I can take that kind of role and be a leader to these girls. I've had some experience, so I feel like I could take it to the next level a little bit.
As you look at it, this is your third year. What's different about maybe this group than when you were a freshman and when you were a sophomore?
Well, I definitely had some girls to look up to. I've been playing with Jill for a while now, so we have that good chemistry together. But yeah, like I said, just taking the leadership role and being a older girl on the court, more experienced.
Very cool. Jill, what year are you a senior?
Yeah.
Okay, see, I guessed that one right. I'm 1 for 2. So in your senior year, you obviously played a big role with this team last year, and Ella was on the team. I think your sister graduated the year before, right?
2 years ago.
2 years ago. That's what I thought. I'm trying to get this all figured out and stuff. So as you look at last year, what are some of the things maybe you learned as you went throughout the season last year? You said, hey, I want to work on this here in 2023-24.
Definitely just keeping our spirits high and knowing the next game is on the line rather than dwelling about our mistakes or what happened last game, moving on.
Yeah. You look at I know that Callie is a volleyball player. You're a volleyball player and things like that. So you had a great year in volleyball and things like that. Which one's your favorite? Yeah, Jared's sitting right here.
Well, shout out to Jill. She is playing volleyball at the NAS next year.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
She may be, I don't know, maybe more skilled at volleyball, but you asked favorite, so I want to hear the answer.
Yeah. Which one is it?
Whatever season I'm playing in.
Oh, my gosh. She said 4-H is her favorite, so she doesn't have to pick one of the two. No, so is there a similarity? We were kind of talking a little bit with Mount Vernon as well, a little similarity between volleyball and basketball is completely different in terms of conditioning and things?
It's definitely completely different, like, types of conditioning, but I don't know. I just try to keep my enthusiasm the same for each sport.
There you go. Appreciate Jill joining us. Emily Feeney's on the edge. So, I don't know. She actually got a chair. I thought you were going to be on the bench over there. Emily, what year are you in school?
I'm a senior.
Senior year. And by the way, all these girls are captains on this team. And Jared mentioned that you wanted to bring all three of the captains. Emily, what's this season in terms of expectations for you, for yourself, and for the team as well?
So I feel like we're starting off with a clean slate, and I think everyone is kind of taking advantage of that. Beginning of the season, Coach, trying to get to know everybody, handed out a piece of paper, asked us those questions. What are our goals? What do we want from the team? What do we want from ourselves? What do we want from the coaches? And I feel like a big thing across everyone was, like, that confidence and, like, just the team energy. And I feel like he always says effort and attitude, and that's what we're working towards. So.
All right, well,
let's go.
Hey, you know what? You didn't even have to. You didn't have to teach them. I mean, they wore the right stuff though, and you really weren't sure. But
you're still learning.
Give me a Roadhog Willy shirt.
Got to tease you here a little bit. But to have the experience back, does that kind of help you here in your first year, where it's like, okay, I've got some people that they know how to win at the varsity level. They know what they're doing. Maybe, you're trying to move them into different spots or trying to do some different things, but the fact that they have that experience, how important is that for you?
Yeah, I mean, these three have been really helpful for me so far. I mean, number one, being new to Fredericktown, I don't know all the people. I don't know all the teams as much as I probably should. And they've been almost leaders on the court and almost like second coaches a lot of time. They tell me, Coach, last year they were pretty good. Coach, last year they did this. And I'm like, oh, really? I need to watch Huddle more.
Yeah.
So, they've been really good leaders for me. And, just like you said, having that leadership on the court and off the court's been huge.
And you can watch the WMVO Facebook page because we did games last year, too.
Yeah, for
and
sure.
you can just watch back in the film on that.
There you go. I'll have to check it out.
I got to tease you a little bit things. But when you look at the fact that you have these experienced players back and the expectations that you have, it's not like in your first year you can say, hey, let's just see how things go, and hopefully we can figure this out. It's almost you're jumping in head first, and you got to – you're always expected to win right now, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's my first year as a varsity coach, and, a lot of people come in and expectations are low and you just want to finish the year. But, I mean, these kids are talented, and we've all talked about our goals, and we want to compete for a K-MAC championship, and we want to compete and have a winning record and see what we can do this year. And so, it's been a lot of pressure, but like I said, they've helped me out, and the coaching staff's helped me out, and I'm just ready to see what the season brings.
You've got these three. What are some other names, or maybe some other names that we'll hear with Fredericktown Girls Hoops this year?
I mean, we got these three leaders, and we got Ella Boughton coming back, Jill's sister. She's been, I say all the time, she's like our defensive captain. She's screaming at Jill or screaming at these two. And, we're in this. What are you doing? So she's been a real big leader. We got Kit Bellman starting games too. Kit, came back from last year. She's a sophomore. She's kind of one of those, anchor players that'll do whatever I ask her to do. We got Gracie Lester coming off the bench. She made a big three the other night. She's been successful. We got Maya Bryant. She had 23 against Utica, and that was humongous for us to have that energy from her. We got Olivia Harris, another good guard that's been confident and getting better, and we got Vika Arnett, and like I said, another guard that is really good on defense and getting a lot better, more confident on offense every day. So I feel like we have a pretty deep group, and I'm just trying to keep getting everybody better.
Last year, Callie, you guys kind of went through some adversity. Obviously, Grace hurt her ankle, and that, there were a lot of expectations on that Fredericktown team last year. And when Grace went down, it made it difficult because you had to kind of play a different role, and things changed a little bit. Through that adversity, what did you kind of learn from that? I mean, and then you guys got a tough draw, a very tough draw in the tournament as well. But with that adversity, does it help you to kind of prepare mentally this year?
Yeah, I think definitely. I mean, it was terrible that Grace was out, but it really benefited me because, like, this is basically the team now, this year. It's a lot of the same girls. We've had experience, and I think it's just from last year, like the games we've lost, we can take into consideration how to fix that and better ourselves. And I think this year we'll have a lot of success.
Yep. Jill, has the game kind of slowed down for you a little bit? I mean, you play at the varsity level and you get up there and, you know, you and your sister are playing together and different things. Has it kind of slowed down a little bit as you get into your final year here?
Yeah, definitely. I just remember my freshman year, I was running around like a chicken with my head cut off. I had no clue what was going on and how fast it was from 8th grade to freshman year. And this year, it's just like, I feel like it's normal.
Yeah. Emily, so how long have you played in the Fredericktown system? And tell us about your thoughts on this group and being a part of this team this year, that what the high expectations that there are for this team.
Yeah, so I played all throughout middle school and then freshman, sophomore year. Last year, unfortunately, I had to have a surgery, so I sat that season out. But I'm back this year, and I'm really looking forward to it. And I'd say something that anyone who sees our team just interacting would say is how happy we are together, how positive, like the chemistry, we're all just getting along, joking around all the time. And with that, there's still that focus and the skill set. So I think that going together is really going to impact us.
All right, we're going to talk a little bit about the season up to this point, what's coming up, because you got your first KMAC game against Cardington Lincoln. They're pretty good history there at Cardington Lincoln. So we're going to be talking about that here coming up on the program. We are at Roadhog Willys at 504 Harcourt Road in Mount Vernon for the Griffin Insurance Monday Night Sports Talk Show. Also want to thank Knox County Veteran Services, Page One Group, Roadhog Willys, Real Pit Barbecue, and Extreme Air Heating and Cooling, which is just next door. So if the heating or cooling goes out here, they don't have to go very far. We're going to take this break, and we'll come back, and more of the Griffin Insurance Monday Night Sports Talk Show is coming up on WMBO.
Carrier HVAC dealer. With financing available and testimonials on the website, you can see why Extreme Air is exactly that. Extreme. Servicing, installing, and repairing all makes and models to give you the heat and cool you deserve. Servicing good old Knox County and surrounding communities. Check them out online at extremeairllc.com. That's the letter X. ExtremeAirLLC.com. 740-403-1901. Where service is not a business, it's a lifestyle.
Everyone loves Roadhog Willys. Where else can you enjoy the finest meats in their own signature line of barbecue sauces? This counter-style restaurant offers dine-in, takeout, and catering options. RoadhogWillysBBQ.com. Smoking the meat to mouth-watering perfection. That's Roadhog Willys in Mount Vernon. 740-326-1408. Good.
Veterans serving veterans.
That's what we do here at Knox County Veteran Services. Hi, I'm Kevin Henthorne, your Executive Director.
And I'm Financial Coordinator Melissa Shank.
And we're here to meet the needs of Knox County veterans and their families.
We can help with emergency financial assistance,
filing of disability and pension claims, VA healthcare enrollment, and even transportation to VA healthcare facilities.
Please give us a call at 740-393-6742 or stop in and see us at our new location at 105 East Chestnut Street in Mount Vernon.
Page One Group in beautiful Mount Vernon has your best interest in mind when it comes to you and your printing needs. Whether it's printing, design, laser engraving, or sublimation, there isn't a texture we can't print on. Promotional products are how you keep people coming back. That's where we come in. Your business is our business. Page One Group, open Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. Call 740-397-4240 and visit pageonegroup.net.
Griffin Insurance, taking care of your family since 1972. In today's day and age, it's very uncommon to get a real person when you call. Not at Griffin Insurance. We represent multiple carriers to find the best rate for you and your family. Whether it's auto, residential, commercial, or farm, we're here to help. Call Griffin Insurance at 740-397-7488. Griffin Insurance, finding you the best rate.
Your sinks are backed up, the electric in your master bedroom needs rewired, and now the wife is asking for a new addition. It's time to get in touch with Cubbage Electric, Plumbing, and Now Construction. Give Brian and his team a call at 740-627-8004. They can fix your electrical and plumbing needs and give your bathroom and kitchen a remodel.
Cubbage Electric, Plumbing, and Construction is a proud sponsor for all the local high school teams.
Enjoy the season. Cubbage Electric, Plumbing, and Construction. 740-627-8004.
All right, we are back here. My computer's working better than it did on the game the other night, so that's good. Gary's behind the camera. John's behind the camera. That's Gary with 2 R's and John with an H. So there we go. We got it all figured out. And John went to Fredericktown, and I went to Centerburg, and I must tell you that. And I know that's kind of a rivalry thing. Let's talk a little bit about the season so far. You opened the season against Highland. You're probably kind of nervous a little bit about that game. Yeah, you get a little bit nervous. But, hey, you win 51-37. You get it out of the way. You get the win and things like that. What'd you like what your team did against Highland, 51-37, to open the season?
Highland, they gave us a really good first game. Especially against Highland, I was proud of the way our defense played. We caused a lot of turnovers, and that just led to quick offense. So I think the defense was key in that game. It was one of those, it's kind of a roller coaster. We'd get up a lot, and then they'd come back real close, and I'd get nervous. Then we'd pull away, and then they'd get close, but then we finally pulled it out. So it was good to get that first win of the season, and my first win under my belt, and like you said, ease the nerves a little bit.
Did they pour water on you or anything in the locker room?
No. We're saving that one.
Okay, I like it. As you open the season, you beat Highland 51-37. Then you beat Utica 61-50. Tell us about that ball game. I think you were just talking out there that you would have liked it to be a little more distance there.
Yeah, that's a win's a win. I told the kids in the locker room, any road win you can get, I'm not going to complain about. But we got up 42-24 at halftime, and I'm not going to call anybody out, but you'd think that the game was over at halftime. What'd I say? We're posting on Instagram and thinking the game's over, and we warned them, we talked, and we said this game's not over, and they got it to 4 points, and it was kind of one of those, we gotta come back, we gotta realize what's going on, and they rebounded, and our leaders stepped up, and we pulled away. But that was a good team. That was another good competition for us.
Yeah, knocking down Utica. It's kind of felt like the Buckeye game last night when they played Minnesota, got a big lead and almost blew it.
Exactly.
And then you lost to Granville 70-29. All right, let's talk about the rest of this week. And they're just good basketball.
Man, yeah, they were a really good team, and it was like we talked about in the locker room that it doesn't really change our season. They were a good team, and they punched us in the mouth, and we talked about how we respond. And the season, none of our goals changed with that loss, and there's two options. I say all the time, and we can pout and we can mope, or we can get better. And I think that practice today was good, and we're going to get better and learn from it.
So this week you're going to host Cardington and you host East Knox. But Callie, these first couple of games, you're 2-1. What kind of stood out? Some of the things maybe you say, hey, I like what we did so far, or some of the things that you want to work out. Again, very early in the season at this point.
Well, definitely the first two games raised our confidence a lot. I didn't really know what to expect coming into this year, but definitely the confidence was up. Some things we need to work on is definitely just putting the work in the second half of the games, kind of get a little lazy there. But there's not a whole lot of girls on the bench that can help us out. So I think just getting more conditioned and working better together will help us throughout the year.
Jill, what stood out with 3 games in? I mean, we've got a long way to go in this puppy, but 2-1, what stood out to you in these 3 games?
Just how well we share the ball. I think against Utica we had 20 assists or something like that. That was something that stood out because of our chemistry, and I just feel like we always know where each other's are, and just I don't know.
There you go. Emily, what stood out here in these 3 games to this point in the season?
So I think we're doing a really good job on defense, talking. Someone doesn't know what we're in or something. You can ask someone and they're not going to snap at you. They're going to tell you. I mean, some girls like Ella, she's always telling you, and it helps. It really does.
Yeah.
So I feel like the communication just, it's doing good, and I think the job's unfinished, and we're going to keep going.
Well, you got a big week this week. You are at home against Cardington on Wednesday. You host East Knox on Saturday. For a long time, the team that sat atop the KMAC, the Cardington Lincoln Pirates. Now, thankfully, for you guys, Jamie Edwards coaches in Delaware County now, and they had some talent for years. But in high school, you kind of can change and it's ebb and flow. But this is still a competitive basketball team in Cardington Lincoln, and this is not going to be a pushover game on a Wednesday.
No, absolutely not. I mean, we saw them this summer, just in a scrimmage, not for a record or anything, but we talked over there when we were eating, and they punched us in the mouth. We were chasing them around, and we looked silly. I think Jill said we looked stupid was her quote. So, I mean, we just got to talk about what happened in that scrimmage, and we've been watching a lot of film and just trying to get that game plan for them because, I mean, they got second in the KMAC last year, and they're going to be a really competitive team.
And then you've got a home game against East Knox on Saturday. So 2 conference games back-to-back, and they're home. How much importance do you put on winning these games? Because these are crucial, right? The home conference games, Jared. Tell us a little bit about your mindset going into this week.
Well, I mean, we just take it one day at a time, I think. We work today, and we're going to have a good practice tomorrow and watch some film, and we just take it one day at a time, like you said. We got to take care of our home court, and we have really good fans. We're expecting for them to come out and support us, and just going to take care of our home court and try and meet our goal of winning a KMAC championship, and it starts on Wednesday. All
right, Callie, the fans in Fredericktown, they're pretty awesome. Tell us about how important it is for the fans to come out this week and support the Fredericktown Lady Freddies.
It's very important. Fredericktown has a great community, and everybody does come support the girls and the boys. But this week's going to be a big one, and I hope to see everybody out there.
All right, get out there. We're going to be there, by the way. I should have probably mentioned that earlier. We're going to be there Wednesday night. Curtis will be there, WMVO's Facebook page, and also on 100.9 FM and 93.7 HD2, which is what we're on right now. Jill, the fans are pretty awesome in Fredericktown, and that's been our host site for the last couple of years for our senior showcase and things. So tell us about how important it is for fans to get out there and support the Freddies this Wednesday and Saturday.
Yeah, we need all the support we can get. Everybody needs to be loud so we can echo according to.
I like it.
These knocks. But, yeah.
All right. I don't know if you can follow that up there, Emily, but the fans are great in Fredericktown. Tell us about your thoughts on the atmosphere there in Fredericktown.
I think it really does impact the way that we play. I mean, it can be nerve-wracking. You have that pressure, but in the long run, you feel good when people congratulate you and they're watching.
All right. Well, Fredericktown and East Knox on Saturday, and Fredericktown and Cardington on Wednesday. I did those backwards. I'm sorry. But anyway, I said Saturday first, and I don't know. I was looking down at my paper. Anyway, though, we're going to be there Wednesday, so watch on the WMVO Facebook page, listen on 100.9 FM and 93.7 HD2, WMVO.com. But a lot of people watch the live stream more than anything, so certainly going to be a lot of fun, and hopefully the Fredericktown Freddies can continue their winning ways, and we'll have them down here again to have some fun. But we do want to thank the Mount Vernon girls basketball team for being here and the Fredericktown girls basketball team for joining us as well. I want to thank Roadhog Willys. They supply the food for the teams here tonight, and it's fantastic, isn't it?
Really good.
And we sometimes had the barbecue sauce here. We moved it though. I don't know. I don't choose that. They're shaking their heads back there. But we certainly appreciate.
Make me more hungry.
Roadhog Willys, a Real Pit Barbecue, 504 Harcourt Road, Mount Vernon. Extreme Air Heating and Cooling, Page One Group, Knox County Veteran Services, and Griffin Insurance. So that'll do it for our show here tonight. Thanks so much for joining us once again. Thanks to John Wareham, who is behind the camera. That's John with an H, and Gary with 2 R's. I'll talk to his family about that. He is behind the camera, Gary Cooper, and thank them for joining us behind the scenes. And then also want to thank all those for watching in and listening in tonight as well. We're going to be back at it next week, 7 p.m., but join us Wednesday night from Fredericktown. Fredericktown Lady Freddies, Cardington Lincoln Pirates. There you go. You shut your mic off, though. I'm sorry.
That's all right. Go
Freddies. He got it now. All right. Thanks for joining us here on WMVO.
100.